we have a whole new set of crazies now that Obama's in charge. I want to move to them. We had tea parties all throughout the country, including in Michigan. And some people went and taped some of the protesters. And whenever you go to these kind of lunatic gatherings, you're going to find people who say atrocious things. They do not represent all the people who went to the tea parties. They certainly don't represent all Republicans or conservatives. But obviously they represent some. And when you get them on tape, it's a terrible thing to behold. So here's a woman in a Michigan protest who tells someone what she thinks should be done to liberals and Barack Obama. Here you go.
Excuse me. I'm just curious what your side means.
Well, screw the liberals.
Right, what does it mean?
It's a tea party. You brew tea. You brew tea.
Okay, I get the tea part. I just don't get the
Screw the liberals. In other words, put them in the cup in the boiling water and get rid of them. Yeah.
Well, you don't get rid of the tea when you put it in boiling water. You make it better.
If you put a liberal in there, I'm telling you, you put them in boiling water, they're going to be dead.
Well, that's what you would want? You would want dead liberals?
Nothing better than a dead liberal.
What's that?
Nothing better than a dead liberal.
Really? You really mean that? What about the president?
That's what it is. Oh, yeah. Might be a good idea.
What's that?
Might be a good idea.
Ooh, okay.
Might be a good idea.
Well, okay. What's that? What about Pelosi?
Start getting rid of her.
Start with Pelosi.
She's a wicked witch.
Who would you replace her with?
Not Hillary Clinton either.
Who, if you had your choice of anybody, who would it be? What's that?
Nothing better than a dead liberal.
All right, for those of you who had trouble making out what she was saying, she kept saying over and over, nothing better than a dead liberal. And you dunk them in boiling water and you kill them. And she said, best to start with Nancy Pelosi. And when the person asked her, hey, how about the president? Well, she said, he's one of them too, meaning a liberal, and that it might be a good idea to do that. There used to be consequences for saying things like that against the president. When you're threatening him, usually the Secret Service used to look into that. I hope they still do. Now, I don't think this woman is actually going to go and harm Barack Obama, but it is really atrocious to hear. And for those of you who just heard it and didn't see it, she's basically dancing the whole time. Like, she's having such a good time. Yeah, let's kill the liberals. I don't know who put that thought in her head. I don't know if anybody needed to put that thought in her head. But on the one side, we have, people who say, hey, shouldn't we follow the rule of law, et cetera, and maybe prosecute some folks. And then on the other side, we have people say, let's just kill them. I don't want to make too much of isolated individuals at these gatherings, right? You could always find crazy people in America. But it does seem that whenever you went to those Palin rallies during the campaign, that people would say absurd and outrageous things that were way beyond the pale. And whenever you go to these tea parties, it seems like it's fairly easy to find at least some people who are willing to say terrible and violent things. And how many of these people is it going to take? Is it going to be that lady? Probably not. Is it going to be the people we showed you at a Temecula protest last week? Probably not. But is it going to be one of them that does something stupid? Maybe. And I would hope that the right-wing commentators would stop encouraging it. But of course they're doing the exact opposite. And this is not a healthy direction for the country to go.